Hoću, ali znaš šta samo... Ali dobro, hajde, možemo namjeti zvuk pa ću onda otići na call, valjda, I guess. Ili se mogu uzeti tvoj laptop pa... Komatija spojiti, šta?
Evo ti ovo, stavi si tu. I drži ovo.
U oba da pričam? U oba. Dobro, pričati ću u oba. Samo ću da otvorim nešto na indeksu da mogu da čitam ili mogu da razmišljam o tome što pričam. Rusija smo već čitali, evo ga. Pa kaže, optuženiku koji je ranije proglašen krivim za slanje desničarskih ekstremističkih mailova javnim osobama u Njemačkoj, danas je sud u Frankfurtu izrekao kaznu od 5 godina i 10 mjeseci zatvora. Ne znam, cringe mi je kako god da slušam, ali...
Ne, visoko ti je glas.
Da još čitam.
Dignuto je.
Samuel Eto, jedan od samo 3 afrička nogometaša, sudionika 4 svjetska prvenstva, sada predsjednik Nogometnog saveza Kameruna.
Čekaj, stani.
Ja, nešto je distorzirano.
Ne, to što da ti glas visok. I meni je glas, svima nam je glas visok. Šta se događa, evo te?
Nije nešto da oni tamo okrenu.
Ne. Do bitrate. Do toga je. Zašto je output resolutions?
A, vidi je fakat ga. Možda internet ne može da podnese.
Ma može. Audio bitrate.
Jedan, dva, tri, četiri, pet, šest. Kako se sada čujem, jesam još uvijek ubrzan. Da. Legendarni gol Getter predviđa da će najbolji u toj grupi biti Maroko, a drugo plasirana Belgija. Tek treće mjesto će prema njegovom mišljenju
Šta da mi se nema papir? Evo...
Šta?
Ajmo... Alternativni, ne možeš tako to vidjeti.
Jedno webcam zvuk.
Samo je leto, jedan od samo 3 afrička.
Webcam ima zvuk. Zašto radi webcam, ne radi interfejs?
Samo je leto, jedan od samo 3 afrička. Samuel Eto, jedan od samo 3 afrička nogometaša, sudionika 4 svjetska prvenstva, sada predsjednik Nogometnog. A sigurno da ga tu negdje ne klipa, ali nešto, ne znam.
Ma nije klip, samo je visoko. Ubrzano je. To te.
A misliš da ne može biti da ga jebe ovaj?
Može.
Haj ga spoji direktno ovdje na USB. Jedan, nećemo. Samuel Eto'o je jedan od samo 3 afrička nogometaša, sudionika 4 svjetska prvenstva, sada predsjednik nogometa. To ga jebe.
20 kilo je niži od 2 standarda.
Dobro, treba nam novi hub. Ali hajde sad ako hoćeš da ga konfiguriraš dodatno. Ako imaš šta da konfiguriraš.
Ajde, sad to već normalno. Super. Baš to fino otkriti.
Čekaj, tražim tekst. Evo ga, novi porez se uvodi prema apsurdnim kriterijima. Da čitam ili da ne čitam? Na konferenciji za medije su objavljeni detalji o novom porezu na ekstra profit. Odnosi se na kompanije s prihodima većim od 300 milijuna kuna, što prema riječima ministra financija Marka Primorca odnosi se na oko 200 najvećih... A ukupan porezni prihod bi trebao biti 2 milijarde kuna. Porez će biti jednokratan, što znači da će se plaćati samo za 2022. godinu. Imati će stopu od 18% poreza na dobit i dodatan porez koji će ovisiti o razini profita u 2022. godini. A plaćati će ga oni čija je dobit bila iznad razine od 20% od prosjeka u zadnje 4 godine, rekao je Primorac. Najavljene promjene su nelogične i nepravedne iz nekoliko razloga, a opravdanja koja navodi ministar su loša. Prilikom odgovaranja na pitanja novinara, Primorac nije izgledao samouvjereno, jer je i sam znao da iskrivljuje istinu. Ustvrdio je da su 2 prethodne godine bile lošije, 2 bolje, pa prema tome prosjek trebao biti ujednačen. Ali to je očito laž, jer bolje godine predstavljaju samo normalne godine za poslovanje, a lošije godinu one u kojima je poslovanje... Spremni? Dobro.
Good enough.
Da. Dobro.
Sad to treba staviti na mono. Ako sad to zaboravio, pa to streama na jednu stranu. Super, sad neće biti to streama na jednu stranu. Znači sve biti na iste strane. Jedna strana, druga strana. Jer ima kako da ja mogu vidjeti fino zasebno kanal 1, kanal 2 audio. Sad kad ih stavim u mono, a jedan je lijevo, jedan je desno, onda me sjebe, ne znam koji je glasniji.
Ne znam.
BDV, kad hoćemo jedan minut, sam zapamati, otprilike to.
Ready? Očigledno jesmo mislili.
A jesmo kad pošaljem.
Ti pišeš, evo?
Ma da. Destination at this site. Right there. Property. When deploying. jebe se njemu kad su mi to fulali kad on onak počne raditi od 3. A kak ja mogu, ja to jučer vidio notifikaciju, rekao odvojit ću sutra.
A to i meni isto problem.
I to je dovoljno X.
Ali dobro, ali mislim, iđe veze, on došao, pingo odgovorili, to je okej.
Ajmo vidjeti tu kameru. Gdje smo sa scenama?
Nigdje, nisam dobio od Pitona još vizuale,
Hoćeš li dobiti?
pa rekao da hoću. Au.
Kada Bog tako ima sastanak do 5.
Čekam HDMI da ovo ostane, znači to dok se ovo ne desi ne mogu ništa. Da ugasim ovo čisto rad baterije. Ha? Tako da, as for now, ne mogu ništa.
Napisat ću ja zašto se zaboravim. Tu je razlog. It's not even busy. I looked at the notification yesterday and had a mental note to answer but forgot in the morning. Da, mislim da je bilo. Kamera.
Ali ne mogu ni ovo, to mi isto zapravo bitno da je... a ima li... Ček, idem naći USB-C na...
Čekaj da ja tebe ne... Aha, ne. Nađi neki bolji hub.
Da, i to idem USB-C. Ja mislim da je bitno da i ovo ide direktno i... A za taj pogled da nisam spreman, nego...
A šta je cool?
Na ArcSync, isto ko što imaš.
Koga?
Jel ti na školu ili pričaš o ne znam, tech synca, ne znam kako se je. Pa ja imam ArcSync sa Đorđesom i Kirilom jednom u 2 tjedna. I to mogu ovdje. Šta?
Pa šta je ovo? Treba moj laptop. Dam ti javno svoj laptop za cool.
A mislim, s meni tiče, ne moraš, ja realno, mislim, šta ti sad možeš tu navijesti?
Ma ne, ali da ne gasiš fino,
Pa neću ja gas tu obez.
A ti ćeš odskopljat se.
A dobro, to ima gori stvari od...
Nema, užasno. Pa! Kad dođu kablovi, spojim sve.
Ovo se neko da već... Trebalo je tako da je sad malo...
Pa možda je. Ma dobro.
Ja sam možda to bilo wider prije, iskreno.
Ovo je prilično vajica.
A dobro je, zapravo da bi hvata stolicu, malo sam glup. Tu će nam trebat kem i...
Kamera. E.
I sad će ovdje samo treba dodat ppt na ova dva.
A da.
Mada, to je to. Ma idem ja na svoj auto.
Dobro.
Znači, samo ako se vrati Mateo s HDMI kabloma, daj ti please ih razvuci ono.
Budem, da, probat ću.
To.
Kanal.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, for some reason, I don't know, I actually will talk with Mateo after this. My laptop started freezing, kind of once per day, to be honest, almost.
How much I can help in this?
I mean, because I had this laptop for, now it will be 5 years, so kind of from the time that I started in Node Factory. So I'm eligible to kind of buy a new one.
What is there? Is like Ubuntu or what?
Yeah, it's Lenovo's ThinkPad or whatever.
I guess you just need to reinstall it from time to time.
Yeah, maybe but oh man, I mean it's the same. Even if I get a new laptop, it will be still this entire process of kind of resetting everything. But that's probably a case.
I mean, yeah, if laptop is old, you definitely might be interested in changing it.
We'll see.
Just buy Mac, man, and that's
No.
Mac, use Mac.
No.
Why not? I never have a problem with it.
Really? I mean, I didn't have until now. I don't know. For me, just going to Mac seems like such of a.
Man, the day when I switched off from Ubuntu or whatever to Mac was the best day of my life, I would say.
Really?
I mean, it brings much more, definitely it brings much more profit when all your infrastructure is Apple, you know, like phone and iPad. Then it's much better because like you like for example, you know, like for example when you're like what I do, like for example with the latest, the ultimative feature is the fucking ultimative feature. When I'm like, you know, study something on Coursera, for example, and I'm writing in my iPad, and there is a huge diagram, I definitely don't want it to write it with my hand. I'm just making a print screen, and with AirDrop, it appears on my iPad like in 1 second. And I can just paste it into my Note, make an application, so I can write on it, so it's like, you know, it's like fucking ultimate.
I mean, yeah, because as my girlfriend is kind of iOS developer, so she has like this. Everything is from Apple, and I mean I see this. It's not that I'm blind in a way. I see that there's like lots of cool features of interoperability between devices, but I don't know. Maybe.
And man, M1 processors, the latest MacBooks, they are really good. The processors, they are really, really fast, and they fixed all of the problems, and it's really, everyone is like confirming right now that this like new M2 processors are much better than Intel in terms of technological perspective, you know, and all this stuff. So I don't know, just think about it.
Yeah.
And man, you never reinstall your system, you know. And it's always it also easy to migrate to a new device if you changing from old MacBook to new one. It's just like making it instantly. Not instantly. I mean, you are putting them together and you're like pressing two buttons and a lot of other stuff. And at the same time, you have the same, because I mean you have the same shelf. I don't see much difference of the, I don't know, like, I mean, okay, maybe if you're some kind of a nerd which is like to change some his like core.
No, that's Mattia. He has some weird distribution of Linux that I never heard about, to be honest.
I mean, then I can agree. The other point is I don't understand why you ever would need to have this.
Yeah, I don't get it also. Yeah,
This is just because Mattia don't have a girlfriend.
No,
as soon as he will get
no, he actually has one. This is a big news around the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were going, so as Chainsafe was kind of sponsoring this event on local college here, and it's kind of a music festival that's for people from college, whatever. So we got like few tickets for this, and everybody kind of had +1 for this. So he had to kind of put the name of his girlfriend, so that this is the first time that we kind of had some information. Yeah.
He revealed this.
Yeah, that was fun.
Just check him out. soon he will be faster as well to save some time.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with it, but I am not this nerdy guy who is like all this. I like, I mean, I have a lot of stuff to do except for my work, and
No,
Mac allows me to focus on some specific parts of work rather than.
I just remember that like, but maybe this stuff that is just like old information. Like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I know that Docker had some strange problems with Mac or stuff like this.
I mean, it's kind of a little bit. I mean, the Docker there is like not native because it's only native for Linux. But I never had a problem with. I mean, it might be a problem if you are like doing. I never had a problem with it, you know.
Okay.
So it might have some weird problems if you are doing some really weird stuff, you know, like really weird stuff. But no, it works fine actually. So yeah, and the games, a lot of games are also, I mean, definitely not old one, but now many games are getting ported to macOS, so you can play
I mean
from
that.
Steam, you know.
To be honest, it's better not to have access to that part. It's easier.
Okay. So I have only a couple of stuff to discuss.
I also
The first,
have two things, but yeah, let's start.
the first one is I don't know. This is just comes to my mind lately. Is that it might be really interesting if you can somehow organize maybe for one of our Thursday interoperability call, maybe a small presentation from the guys about zipline bridge. You know, so we might have, so all of the team might have more understanding of what's I mean, you can do it through the Belma, so she kind of forcefully asked them. You know. So it's not like they are doing this for free, in a sense, you know.
That shouldn't really be a problem, but that's actually a good idea. Great.
Yeah, but yeah, so kind of the team can, you know, understand what's going on there. You know, I mean, it would be definitely would be nice if it can be in advance presented, so everyone can prepare, have their questions, you know, and then these guys maybe could have some kind of a small presentation. Like 50-20 minutes, then maybe answering some questions, and we can chat about it. That would be really, really great. So if you can take care of this, would be nice. It's definitely not like that much of a priority for now, but I mean, even like maybe beginning of the next year is also would be.
I think it's just better to kind of start this conversation because it will need some ping pong between them and us and kind of finding the right slot.
As soon as maybe they would need some time to present, prepare presentation to make it better because on a hackathon I guess they didn't make this good. So, yeah, it would be nice. Maybe also like to small information about this Gnosis proposal, and would be really, really good. Another one is that. This is just a small note about this, my manual transaction approvement, is there is one more property arrives into it. I will add it soon, but the idea is that there was a conversation with Alex Davis. Georgios is like on vacation, so he might, I mean, he knows about it because we were discussing this a lot, but generally the idea is that we probably would need to make our Sigma breach of FAQ complaint, which means that we would need to have some API, generally the stuff that Alex Muller was talking about, to understand that, you know, some addresses are complained by United States governors, so we would need to manually approve them or reject them at all, which generally makes my proposal more important in a sense.
Yeah.
I was planning to finish it maybe today and post it in R&D to add these new details and all the stuff, but I'm just want you to make sure that this is kind of important. So you can also check on this. It also kind of makes sense.
Just a second to write some notes.
And nothing else. Now I'm just reminding that I have a feeling. Yeah, and the last one is that my small discussion about the stuff that you generally sent to me today already.
Okay.
Mhm. I mean this stuff about.
Aha, the idea that Mattia had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have nothing specific about it. It was just maybe you are. Yeah, I guess this is because this might be also some kind of an interesting idea to also check on as soon as possible.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
since it's the more smart contracts related, I also have a call today with Alexei, and he said that they have some kind of problems with one of the company which they are auditing for, because these guys haven't provided code yet. So it might be they might have some time to check out these both researches
that's
in a
interesting.
sense. So if we will as soon as possible provide us more details and posts so they can check, they might work on some outcome.
Yeah, because especially this one that Mattia suggested, it's even kind of more related to Solidity itself. Because
Yeah, it's totally Solidity related. So that's why it's kind of pretty necessary to include Alexei there and someone else from the Solidity team.
okay, then I will prioritize that to kind of to include them
I
as
guess,
soon as
it
possible.
just would be nice if you can write down this kind of proposal in a way that it should be more like a proposal. The idea is that what we are trying to achieve, like the necessary outcomes that we want to have, and then this Matthias proposal is just like one of the examples,
Yeah.
so that Alexei is not going to be focused on it, but rather on like finding the solution and then corresponding it on what Mattia has and what we have discussed.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
So if you can take this
Yeah, I will.
also, that would be nice.
I will do this first. I mean, I'm already kind of working on this, so it all makes sense. I mean, this sketch that I made was just like this morning. I sat with Mattia and I said to him like, okay, give me your idea once more. I want to kind of sketch out what will happen. And this was the idea where you kind of only way again to call contract is through this end-to-end multisig, but by kind of adding this proxy multisig, you're enabling to call this batch operation contract also.
I need to check it. I mean, it's like I can't.
Can I?
Accept it by here.
Can I share my screen? Can you enable me that?
Sure. One sec. Yes, now you should be able to share your screen.
Sorry, just I mute my cell phone. Oh, I can actually find a specific tab. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Do you see it? Do you see this? Hi. Wait. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
For some reason it shared my audio, whatever. Like, can you now see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so idea is to kind of take another multisig that needs only one from n addresses to send something, and put it in a place where kind of before our actual end-to-end multisig was. And then for this multisig, you said that it can accept call from our admin multisig and from like this batch operations contract. Which effectively means that these two kind of entities can call it, but thing is that this batch operations contract we set up so only admin multisig can call it. So in a way, you get the same thing where only this admin end from end multisig can call functions. But what we do get is that we can call only one function on this batch operations contract that will actually execute few calls to our contracts. So we are just kind of predefining these operations of adding new network and adding new token resources. So we can invoke only one multisig call. So there's only voting on one transaction. That's kind of the idea. But maybe there are like different approaches to this. So I totally agree.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I mean, it generally now looks like this mostly exactly how I was proposing it. The only difference is that I don't understand why we are calling this proxy multisig. Why ever it should be a multisig? It could be just. I mean, I don't. I mean, one of n is like automatically doesn't call this multisig.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't require multisig.
That's true.
It's just like, I mean, it was exactly what I was meaning. The only I was meaning that it could be called both by batch operations or admin multisig. But then it's not a multisig. It just has the two admins in a sense, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And from my end, the idea of this proxy generally is that the address for a destination bridge is always the same. So this proxy doesn't have any logic. But this batch operations construct can be updated every every time we want, and we can kind of update the logic. But also, what I was thinking about is that it might be also okay if admin multisig, you know, it also might be okay.
But it's also kind of, we need to see, like for each of these actions, that's what I'm doing now. I'm extracting all functions that we need to call and kind of what's the flow.
Yeah, that's the one stuff. The also you should understand that, for example, this, what I was thinking about, but now I'm not sure because I don't totally understand this stuff about, like for example, you know, the stuff that we were talking about, this RC20 permit, the idea is that contract on behalf of the user can't call approve. Because even if they making it, so this is there is some different stuff which is somehow correlated to this solidity logic to add security. I don't remember exactly how this works. Need to revisit. But what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about here that that this multisig proxy might not even know about this batch operations contract because admin multisig can always call or directly to multisig, for example, right? Or through the batch operations contract, but a batch operations contract is going to call delegated calls, which, for example, automatically will make admin multisig a caller of the proxy multisig, right?
Yeah.
So you don't even need to have this as you don't even have to have this proxy as some kind of a multisig. It can have only one owner, admin multisig, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
but I'm not sure if it's possible to. I don't exactly remember this stuff with the RC20 permit. Why you can't call by your contract this with the delegated calls? Because so generally the idea is that if account calls a contract and this contract makes a delegated call or not delegated call, it made somehow this way that you can't if this contract was called by another contract, then message sender will not be this first contract.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Somehow I'm not sure about it. This is about like one of the ideas. I guess we will just discuss it with Alexei when we will create this page. We will just have this conversation. So, but I mean, it's fine to go right away like this. Only is that it would probably need to put like more context and text into the actual page. So
yeah, no. I'm actually finalizing, and I think this is kind of important thing to have a full scope. Kind of what it means to add new network and new token or resource in a sense of what functions need to be called and stuff like this. So because it's easier.
Start with something like I guess token resource. You should yeah, I actually go over. There is also for make your life kind of easier. Yesterday I add in this Sigma admin governance page. I will
Mm-hmm.
send it to you one more time. But yesterday to make it easier, I added link. I mean, small update, but near every method I added name of a contract where it exists and link on it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
For you, it might be a little. I mean, this just I guess could make everything a little bit easier when you're making this list. Because it would be nice also if you will, when you're going to make this spec trace of required calls, you'll also mark them with the corresponding colors. So it's in the future will be also more understandable, like what access rates we need.
Yeah. So it's consistent with this. It makes total sense. Okay. I want to talk about something with you. Yeah, but I actually also wanted to I wanted to reflect on our call that we had with Solutions and Guys and Alex Mueller about Sigma X, whatever its code name is, because I had a feeling that Georges was kind of unsatisfied after that call, and I just wanted to kind of align with him, like, what is his idea to kind of.
I guess it's the call where I wasn't on that call, so
Yeah, and I wanted to, and I will give you a small context on this. So, because there wasn't a lot of stuff happening, I just had a feeling that Georges wasn't. He had a different idea. So, the guys told us that they have an opportunity to apply to Gnosis grant, and kind of as main deliverable stuff from that will be a big
I know they
R&D.
Gnosis safe, but the resulting of research they can share with us, or in future they can apply to Sigma as a,
because Georges was very kind of very against that, and I didn't want to kind of talk about.
I can explain you why. Actually, know the context, because the context is much cheaper. There is one more context. So the idea is that about this Sigma X name, I was telling him for at least 2 months already that we need to start this initiative to kind of somehow give a goal for our team that there is a future for blah blah blah, and we should start kind of slowly doing it. He was always totally against this, because the Georgia's main point here is that it is impossible that our team can just I don't know, spending a couple hours per week can achieve any measurable result, which I maybe kind of agree with him. But my goal was more, rather than at least if we're going to move somewhere, at least we're not going to stay in one place, without doing nothing at all. But here is, you should understand Georgia's expectations. Georgia's expectations at that time was pretty clear. There is right now happening huge company restructurization. I don't want to go into the details into deeps, but what was the initial idea? Initial idea was that all our actions that solutions team is doing, and this service team, or how it's called, which is Marin guys like this, Ivan and Bero, that they are not anyway going to work on a outside request. They all are going to turn internally and kind of start focusing on gaming, on Sigma, on Gossamer, blah 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 blah. So they're going to be kind of somehow injected into the only internal facility. And Georgia's expectations was that, as well as solution, Georgia's expectation was that after this applied, solutions team will be able to totally align to us 2 people. And this was more or less decided as it's going to be this way. And then, 3 weeks ago, this Gnosis grant arrived, and Belma said, guys, here is a lot of money. Why should we reject it? And everyone, agree instantly. Georgios was really upset about it. So this is what his problem with his expectation. And then he's And then he eventually, like, oh, Sigma X, he remembered this idea and started to push it at least somehow, how I proposed this initially. But you should understand that he's unsatisfied generally because his initial expectations was that there will be two guys full time working on.
Okay, now I understand it.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because
I
from
mean, I understand that. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, you can understand him and you can understand everyone.
yeah, because
No.
like from my perspective, it was kind of a win-win scenario where we will get money to do this initial R&D and to compare
Yeah.
kind of optimism with ZK, and that because I think that before anything else, we first need to kind of have a solid ground to decide, like in which direction with this permissionless bridging are we going?
Yeah.
Is it
So
optimistic? Is it ZK? Is it
that's why it's kind of important if we're going to make this interoperability call to kind of, these guys to like present this to us, and then we might also somehow facilitate everyone in our team to kind of more or less, thinking about this. So at least we know, so at least we can do our own steps. Because also you should understand that the one stuff is to research something and another stuff is to implement.
yeah, for sure.
So as more we are going to know, this is like, for example, Georgios also wasn't understanding when I was telling him, because this is what, like, I don't know, you told me or Nicholas told me that he was speaking with, or even Georgios told me that he was speaking with Eric and William, like about this zipline, blah, blah, blah. And he was asking, oh, maybe you can implement bridge. And William said, like, what the fuck? I'm a researcher. I can write papers and do math.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to write code for this stuff. And I said to George, yeah, that's true. That's why I want to have this Sigma X. So our guys are also understand what they're going to implement it in half a year. Because if you will just accidentally write to them and say, hey, here is like fucking decay, implement it. It's going to take, I don't know, 2 years or like.
Yeah, I actually, we had a lot of funny situations in Bogota because of this. Because Eric and Willem are guys that are kind of, they are not even interested into trying to kind of push this to production. They just want to do R&D around it.
This is a totally different mindset.
Yeah, totally different.
It's like just it's just the way we should all understand.
Yeah.
And this is what I also want Georgios to understand. But I guess he has in his mind feeling that if these guys would take this, they will like research it, implement it, deploy it, and then support. I don't know why he thinks this. So.
Yeah, no, I agree totally. They can only kind of do these proof of concepts that we don't have kind of time to facilitate, and nothing more than that.
So I'm totally fine even with this. But yeah, it would be nice if we can start doing our own, we can even start, we can just, you can try, not now, maybe for sure, let's now focus on deploying testnet, this is right now priority number one, But I think that maybe after we a little bit more figure out with the testnet deployment and all this, crucial points, you maybe also would be more able to focus it, for example, on facilitating Thursday interoperability calls, or even if there will be a lot of information, we can add additional one to moving, providing a lot of information for this. So everyone is going to work on this. It is possible, but it just requires a lot of facilitations in terms of, it's like, kind of organize this learning process, organize this information sharing process, that, for example, with this zipline stuff, we can split it to 3-4 categories. Everyone can take every category he likes to research his own, then we can share, then we can communicate. But the problem is that someone needs to facilitate this deeply. I don't have time for this, and I guess this could be a kind of nice task for you if you think that you can do this in terms that you like.
No, I love to.
But this requires a lot of time. And so definitely not now. Now we can, first of all, we should start with them presenting this. And then, so I guess it's just right away will happen next year actually.
Yeah, but why I also think that this kind of deal that we got is good, because until end of this year we're kind of packed, and then after that soon we will get this initial paper that Willem is going to kind of produce, which will give us kind of an overview of what are the problems with optimistic approach, with ZK, and kind of like this nice big overview, and him as kind of person that has an understanding of trade-offs, because I'm pretty sure that we cannot kind of dive into ZK and optimistic at the same time. I think we first kind of need to have a decision, are we going to try to implement something on optimistic or on ZK, and then kind of split stuff around this, because kind of ZK and optimistic are two totally kind of different, not totally different things, but in their essence, two totally different approaches, and then kind of splitting on both sides, for me, it sounds as not organized, to be honest. But I actually...
Yeah, but you know what, anyway, in order to understand all these writings that they will give to us, you would need to have not degree of understanding of both of these technologies, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, and we can actually kind of
nice topics to discuss and all this stuff.
Yeah, we can actually kind of make first call where they kind of explain a little bit about zipline and optimistic, and then have kind of additional call once this first milestone is finished, where they will kind of present us with their paper and kind of what they discovered, and we can kind of prepare a lot of questions for them before this. Okay, I will think a little bit more about this, how to organize, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think that's it, to be honest. I'll just check.
Yeah, I also not sure that I have many else to share. So yeah, let's, anyway, like right now I want you to be more focused on the testnet, also on these two researches, briefly, just kind of to organize them quickly and share with Alexei. And also slowly start maybe communicating with Belma about guys for making presentation, but yeah, this is...
And that's super easy to start. I will just kind of put this idea into her head, and then kind of stuff will start happening slowly. Okay, I guess that's it. We will see each other tomorrow.
In what?
I said we will see each other tomorrow.
Why? Tomorrow you have a day.
No, I'm going to...
Have a holiday.
It's some war-related stuff, but I will work kind of until 2, something like this.
I can move this call if it's
No, to be honest, I want to catch up on some stuff. I plan that I'm going to work until 2, and then I'm going a little bit outside with my dog and girl. So.
Okay, so 1 p.m. is fine.
No, it's actually perfect, because once I finish this call, I will go out. So it's amazing.
Okay.
Okay, I guess see you tomorrow then.
Then I guess we're aligned our expectations.
Yeah, and thank you. This is a great idea to have these kind of presentations from their side. I really like.
Yeah, we should facilitate this somehow. I don't totally disagree with Georgia's unwilling to kind of share this with the team much. Little bit, because he doesn't understand that these guys are not going to implement anything.
No, but I actually, so on this call that we had, because there was kind of talk, when are we going to kind of mix into this stuff and stuff like this, and I there was really vocal that it is a necessity that kind of from one point we kind of start being more and more and more involved, because and that was the same reasoning. We are going to be ones that are going to take this and kind of move it to production. So we eventually need to know all of this stuff. It is more that it is good for them to kind of make this initial research, so we can kind of make a decision in which direction are we going with this. And as soon as we kind of have idea in which direction we are going, I think then from that point we need to be kind of involved and ramp up our involvement as the process is going, so to say.
Yeah.
Okay, man. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.
See you tomorrow.
Pa sad gurao sam to siljenjem budući potrebe. Taj opet ću otpustiti, držite. Sam podržavati, opet spustiti sve.
Znaš kaj ja mislim da bi trebalo možda? Sam ga mrvicu odzoomirao.
Kako sam to povod?
Pa bit će...
Ove kamere mi se smije.
Da maknem.
Ma okej.
Znači tu stojati drži.
Sad, ajde ili još. Ne ide, ne mre se slajda. Kad mi govori se kad ne ide, to je maksimum, kuć.
Dobro, ovo je već...
To je to. To je bilo.
Dobro, nije.
Je, to je bilo. Nema ništa, to ništa ne radi kaj sam tigaš. Kad pustim...
Malo zamor materijala, malo je da ga...
Ne, Matija, to je maksimum, ne ide. Više se ne vrti. Možda sam potegnuti.
Ali dobro je
sad.
sad. Aj, sam pusti sekundu, sve. Jer brinem da ovo sad...
Moram zašarapiti,
Ali
nije.
čekaj, stani. Kojiš? Sad je dobro. I sad nemoj više zatezati i gledat ništa, ako može ovak stajati, da ne padne. Jer hoć možda ga drito taj još jedan kaj ga zategne...
Nije to.
Ovo je savršeno sad. Ček, samo. Ček.
Ne, prehladuje, jer je hoću zbiti. Ali, ovo nije gotovo. Da mijenjamo one crne, da tu sve budu u nizu, pa onda sve bude zajedno.
To treba nagušiti.
A?
Nagušiti.
Nagušće, da.
Čekaj, samo tu 3 žute.
Ja bih htjela sve žute zajedno, ne vjerujem kad je mix.
Nekad je ono prvo, to namjerno.
Ne. Dobro, a tu opet
Znači, one idu do...
A kak će ovo? Ma neću. Je tu prolaz?
A je. Mislim, mogu ljudi ići okolo, ali neće se smati.
Ja neću biti nešto. Neću da prolaz, ok, ja bih ne prolazim.
Nismo je zbog...
Evo, zašto ove napravi? Da ove se neće ni vidjeti.
Pa može.
Samo... Da li idu materijal? Crni, plavi pa drveni ili crni i drveni plavi?
Ne mogu je dobiti. A ove da budu plavi.
Ali ja bih drvene zadnje su velike.
Jer ovdje nema smisla da su više od 2 jer...
Malo to zikat treba, kompresirati još.
Ovo je ruda.
To sve zikat još malo. Nema ko sam dobio. Tu sam zikat stavim još jedno tijelo. Imamo još jedan cijeli red ovdje.
Ali, Filipe, što je ovako napravim? To da... Videa.
Može samo ako obostrano.
Pa ovdje, da. Ne, ovdje.
Jer ja sam samo napisao na krovu, sve sam se opite za to.
Dodali smo još stolica, da se još mjesto.
Zipaj to ne gleda.
Čekaj, pa kako?
Mora biti u lajni stolici.
Ne mora biti ovaj.
Mora.
To je bolje na dio mjesto.
Mislim, ovo je inicijalni setup, ljudi će se, lik će se sjeti na pronić ovo. Da, ovo je samo suggestion.
Ne mogu niko dobiti radu.
Pa to je dobro.
A dobro. Znaš što je sad?
Ali na daljinskom ga možeš
Ovo je sad
raditi.
još opcija.
Na daljinskom ga
A meni da
Da
je...
ga smije dirat malo.
Ne.
To ti je nježna ženska ruka.
Ti je sad u pičku materinu! Dati ga nas!
Ti samo reci, ja ću ti ga u milimetar. Što? A, ne čujem!
Nije uopće to, nije jebe me to. Što je? Što je tu, niže nego tamo.
Pa to sam ispravila malo, bio ti razmakao, niko sam sve manje. Doslovno nije isto. Doslovno nije isto.
Sad mi gore već!
Nije. Bolje je. Ja stvarno ne vidiš da je bolje, stvarno, se zajebao. Doslovno nije, sad ću, da ga sad još.
Što je stvarno to? Jel taj tvoj tuži?
Ali ja sam kako ovakva.
Ovaj.
Ne znam, to je neko poludio. Ajmo.
To ti je ludilo.
Ajmo ga.
Znaš kako je znao prvi
kabelima je bilo.
Mita postaviti?
Ne, pasalo!
Pa su svi stavili.
Ali zašto ti to sve znam?
Preučimo kako će napraviti malo još. A da preučimo sve još napraviti. Po meni. Već će bliži mjesta iza.
Sad je to!
Za ovo je to.
Nije ovo dobro pa ne mogu ovdje. Meni možda ovo moju kasnije to preko kad ti rade. Jer nemaš uvijek na ovo Ako je...
Kasnije imamo malo kinoklub pero.
Ide, ovo je jedan sesat pa ga ovdje.
Tako. Pustite meni film. Na YouTube. Daj Mark, pusti izaberi cloud zvuk.
Šta?
U voice izaberi cloud zvuk. Čekaj, nema to vidjeti. Daj, pusti nešto zvuk. Nemojte, tu se ne vidjeti. Pusti film
Pusti okne Langolieri.
Okne?
Langolieri. Langolieri.
Ovo.
Ne, okne kao. Ne, Langolieri. Langolieri, kinoklub. Ali ne na engleskom, na hrvatskom, Langolieri.
Samo kino.
Langolieri.
Langolieri.
Eto.
Važno.
Jel mi sad koristimo onaj kolut sa strujom za projektor? A? Da.
Ovo je zapravo undercover, niko ne bude.
Jel imamo žari? To koristimo tu.
A mislim, ako nađe prozor, mislim da se da potrebiti.
Pa da, ajmo popraviti.
Ne, ovo ti ne radi.
Ovo administranje je besplatno.
Imamo da još ti jedan dodatak.
Ma je samo se odgovorila. A gdje se preduga?
Ja se idem vratiti nazad.
Monad. Svi slučajno balans svjetlo samo.
Ko?
Ti. Majet, zaboravite, ništa se.
A zašto to samo ne koristim da puštamo background muziku? Zašto ćemo?
A to su, pa oni su trebali da iza čuju ljudi, ali... ništa. A izgasi muziku se zove. Ali to ne.
To svi da se vidi da smo se potrudili.
Ma ništa od toga. Predugo.
Samo da se trudi.
Predugo će mi do kavu da imam šansi da radim.
Da, do kavu. A to je bilo početno.
Ne, to je šansi.
Matea!
To je bio test. Nije prošlo.
Pozadinu maknuti. To imaš. To mogu ti ja ovaj. Ovo je 20. To ne bude na bijelo slovo.
Jesi.
A imam i ja i verzije.
A ja ću maknuti pozadinu, ti radite ostalo logično.
Matija, možeš donijeti svoj laptop i spojiti ga tu da mi glumi prezentera? Pa.
Imamo mi već klasičnu firmu, kao možda dodat na to, to je Francis može. Ali daj, s kojim će to mailom pa da se odgrane?
Ajde, to se uvijek kako.
Francis bi samo možemo odgrane.
Kaj to je, daj se, tu sam. Bravo. Bravo.
ovaj drugi. Ima. Da, ajmo premaš. Daj, cijelo. A, neću to sve.
Maka, može PNG?
Daj, koliko, 60 kuna ti mi ne moram.
Kako da pravim schedule call koji na koji mora biti idan, a on nema termini, a ja zato ne mogu samo da ne.
Sve je to učeno.
Znači link hoće, koji trebamo schedule call, hoće link Calendly da se on lijepo to sve klikne, a ja moram
Šta god, samo stavi nešto da znam da...
Jesi tu?
Jasno?
Aj vidi, jel okej?
Evo sad ću kad malo bacit. To...
Jebaš pišenje sljedeću 20
To izgleda na streamu kao ovdje početni ekran, onda se ovo prošlo i
Moram...
zapravo ne, ajde.
Nije, nego okej.
To je sve neki program za stream.
I onda ja ću ovdje to u studiju možda znati da kažem da im scenu jedan od scenu da.
Kako to ne sluša da ima prije? Samo ovo prije. Što će ovo tu što ima?
Znači ovo je šta se dešava, ovo je preview. Ja u preview ovdje pa sljedeća scena.
Ali što ti onda bude ljudima na ekranu? Sve ovo zajedno. Mislim, sve to zajedno. Ovo ne budućeš stream na ovo cijeli.
Da.
A možeš kao i mali stream pa...
Da, sad ću ja ovdje na primjer ovo, da bude PowerPoint with presenter sheet. Dakle da imam ovdje veliki PowerPoint, malo prezentera tu i ovo uvijek sve. Ovo će biti samo ako hoćeš da zoomiram samo prezentaciju, ovo će biti samo
Pa onda
oni.
spojiš s inputima, ovo tu i šalkaš i ti.
Da.
Petak idemo u metropolu. Trening.
Stavi tu polugu sam da sakrio ovo sve ide. Stavi taj poluga tu i sad imamo kamer.
Nema, ovo je bilo način. Ali svaki ide da bude stavljeno. To je tu istina. To je vamo?
Ovo se to smanji i sve... A ne, pa biti tamo. Ja sad ću staviti, ajde se vidjeti. Stavi kameru tu dolje, ovo stavi tu dolje. Ja, ovo uvijek čekaj metar posto dva isto dobro i onda čekaj. I ovo je uvijek čekaj stvari.
Je li ovo dovoljno? To je pravi prezentacija.
Ovo smanji, isto toga metar posto dva isto toga.
Ali kao sve to da ovdje uram i da
Ovo samo
sve
znači
to
probao ovo ti
Ma ne, ovo digne tu gore, poveća ovo sve uvijek.
Samo stavi malo više ruka.
Znači, koliko mogu. Misliš da je u prezentaciju bilo?
Malo, sad je već.
Ne, slušam.
Znači, ja da vidimo neki nešto.
Sad me ovo bolje već.
Ne, pa to treba maknuti skroz. A to treba spati.
Ali nešto ne može sve stane.
Ma stani.
Znači, izlačimo.
Ne može. Što sad tu kako vodi na zemlju? Možda ne mogu. Kao ne. Sad to uključeno i kugura iza toga. Ali smanji, ja. Baš je agresivno veliki.
Fali u ovom programu snimka. Ali nisam nekako više
Ne?
fontom.
Ma jebote font ono.
Treba nešto tamo.
Nemoj se sad jedan sa fontom.
Vidiš me taj hoda po rubu?
Vode prema li? A palo da mi
Koji je bio sastav broj?
To je samo poveću kutnicu, poveću ovo ovo. Moraš maksati. Ja sam kao igrati sa 2 pečka. A to malo smanji.
Ja ne skaliram.
Ne mogu ni reći koliko trebam te. Doma isto je, svjetli čekate. Kava nema isti oku bez tebe.
Nekako mi sređe delo. Dobro. A dobro, to je jedna scena. Da se biće
Znamo da sve ima svoje, doma istoje, zvjezdice kate.
Pa nemaš kako plaći 120.
Kus bez tebe, vrati se u zadnje,
Znači 10.
Pa samo, Kanada svaka budem da je ima Ja, jasno mi je. Šta je problematika?
Sad se nosi kola. Da što gori ima pun podatak.
Ne, sad top motor. Budemo tu, ali čekaj da pobacujemo to sve. Ok, sad ovdje mi ide samo prezentacija, znači... mogu da ovo
Ti kad odeš input imaš samo edit list.
Ja mogu...
Ne, tu je prezentacija samo da širi prezentacija. Da, nemoj staviti ovo. Ne. Tu je samo da širi.
A zašto mi ima ovdje ovdje?
A daj ovo.
Evo, samo ću završiti sve. Ma je, znam, ali tak nešto.
A sam smanj pa ću ti dobiti. Sam mi smanj malo pa ću dobiti. Baš sam vidio. Je, a pura su to, malo bolje to.
Ja garantujem da ti ima neki način.
Malo doktora. Prvo ćeš Šta pokušava?
Htio sam da vidim pravo pametan i istočni pravo. Sad moram.
Taj je to dobro, ja sam se kad sam taj savjet sad? Ovo je Pinkus.
Samo mi danima da mi se da bio nekako. To je isto kao mjera. Ja različujem ovdje kako ovoga.
A to je to, dokle ima.
Ali ne, bukvalno na snap isto pogledati.
Snap, ono snapa na svoj, ali može izgledati.
Kao okej, ali...
Sad taj ono kompilira sve sam zamijenio to za program.
Jeste na baru ili van? Naravno da ne. Znači išli smo u Cijak, još sad se bera vrati nema, pa rekli me pita li imaju na Baskijanovo. Ne, nema uopće nigdje ništa. Dobro, ajmo u Tokić, ja smo išli u Zagreb, Tokić je odmah 100 metara dalje, ne. Tokić i ja mu vičem isto vidjeli ima neko drugi, kaže ovi isto nema ničeg. Ajmo u Pevec, odemo u Pevec na dole Zapruđe. Sad se vrtimo 3 kruga napravili po redu ti auto oprema. Ne vidimo lance, jer sam ja tražio pumpu za benzin ispumpavat, ne, moram vodu za šajbe promijeniti. Jer mi je ljetna unutra, ne znam, u ponedjeljak su nulu najavili. I sad se mi vrtimo i Bera ode pitat i frajer, pa evo tu, ne i ono, sad Bera se vraća kak smo plesali, ono kao ispred nas bila košara, unutra onak 5 kutija, ono za 13 cola kotača, ono. 13, 14 i možda 15 nešto.
Onda sam da pokaži.
Pa visi.
Nećeš ih koristiti.
Pa ne, imaš drugi. Pa dobro, ali nikad ne znaš, možda letjet na budalu, pa ti ide uspoređivati.
A jak već kupuješ, onda
A i to, ne.
kad ti treba.
Jer kad imaš lance pro forme radi, ako dođe negdje zajebeš se, ne pizari, a kad imam lance mogu se i jebat.
To je blizu alkoholu, inače.
Najbolje pjesma.
Možemo bilo ti.
Idemo se drugirati, Mako, kaj misliš?
Bero, ja sam zamotao jedno, dok te nije bilo. Ja sam jedno pripremio, čekao sam. Kako? To sam ja trajao svoje. Posudio sam tvoj filter, a ne bolje.
Ja sad malo
Kad je tamo neka mudra pažljivo.
Pa pogledajte sve.
Ma da, ne kuži kako je to bola. Da neka je problem. Sve je to puš. Da se neko zapet na ovo.
A, da. A to na mjestu puno. A, znaš zašto? Dropovi su funkcije primjenjuju što je jasno građe.
Gdje je skalper? Ivan, gdje je skalper?
Ne, ali to ne stvarno će se tako. Mi mora se pokušati što nakon sve.
Sad je ulica, prga na sliče. Skalper je znači.
Malo skali. Nije, to je kamera 2, nije sad u kuću. Ne možeš imati dvije radara.
Zašto imam gdje skalper? Kada se ja negdje vidio. Ja ne znam što ovo je, tamo mora iza njezini tvoj. Jasno.
Zašto je to tako? Zašto je to tako?
A zašto upadem za školu?
Ovo
Sad čak ima ga nakopat na koci da te opravu mjesto.
To kad si sad povećao za ulicu, kad si reći. Je bilo da nakon kad si ulicu. Pa malo pravaš.
A vlada ti na školu.
Kao onda, ja jebenac.
A nije bitno zato što će pola vremena biti na ovo. Mislim, kao jebena se ja usvajao.
Mislim, kad dođe do toga, možemo tu svima izglopat nazivati.
Ali ne, okej, znači, transformnost, brz.
Ne, rezolucija. Ovo sad vjerojatno nije. Ne, ali isto tu. Ne, u centru.
Aha.
U Rikovic skoro da sam treba sjediti. Hiperaktivan nešto. Pusti.
ne stavlja ovo.
Da, šta ga je? Nije nikad ovako.
Došao je pravi tam krugo onom, kad dođe tu bidar sobu.
Nikad nije tako.
Pusti ga kao baciš i dobro ga voli, idem onda.
I ona šta će opet kažem šta je. Dok prođe kroz kavu.
Ali ne, ali bilo je kjer.
Na drugi kavu.
Bilo je kjer.
Do 5 sekundi, da. A onda vratno nije više odgovarao
Da,
tako.
ne vidim to. Moja cici! Nisam sad nekaj vidio format, taki, da, 5 frame ovako. Pa je ovaj video format, znači nisam vidio. Ne, bio bi bilo 3.
Nije.
Da, probaj taj.
Da, ne znam.
Da, sad ajde 30. Niko, vraći nazad.
Na zapad.
Ode nazad, puka. Dobar si, dobar si.
Hvala. S 4 sam položio taj predmet na fakultetu.
Malo.
Čekaj, kao ova stolnica tu nema.
Malo tu. Malo tako.
Ma ti, znači malo
Ovo, malo. Samo rezolucija, ma sam to. Malo se Propaj dole. Ne, možeš mi bolje. Propaj lijevo i desno malo, pa će to nije nazad. Propaj lijevo i desno u stropu ovo. I dole. Ovo će jasno znači, prilično isto. Ma dobro. Mala, good enough. Malo taj čen se plati kao više desno. Malo lijevo. Ma lijevo. Ne, ti ti uvijek gleda koliko ima uvijek, koliko se mora uvijek uvijek. A pusti se, ne voliš uvijek. A prvo stani u smiru, da vidimo. Da gledaš da te na testa. Malo ti sebe.
Bez sljedeći čin se primi. Da se duplicira scena. Pošto je napravio ovdje.
Ma neće nikad tranzicije između te dve.
Onda bi se vjerili.
Onda je napravio tako da je podlučio podatak. Ajmo tu nas. Idemo tu kod ti. Sam počeo dole, da. Ovo sad tu. No. No, ne, sam ne smo skadali. No, ništa je to. Daj kava sin sa Facebooka. Sad ovdje na Facebooku sa Facebooku. Sad ovdje sad pogledaj. Može to kakva raći. To. Kaj se vam sve polako kurac? Ja se malo snimim. Aj malo. Da, ali najgore to ikad bilo. Gas, nekad, bioflektor, ništa. To tako se objesi. Aj probaj test sliku. Ja sam da mi jebeno sliku.
A lakše ti daš moj protiv. Tranziciju, to je to, da. Ali s čim ćemo, ali ja nećem raditi. A hajde, znaš me zanima. Hajde probamo zvuk, kad jedan je s ovim, a ovaj je s ovim mikrofonom, do priče. Šta on ovaj s ovim? A mislim, on stoji pored ovoga, može mikrofonira ovdje.
Something big.
Ovaj ne hvata uopšte. Ne hvata drugo. Ja sam nečim tamo, uvijek se puno vlasti uđe. Šta se tiče? Ja sigurno, ovo ne hvata. Ovo ne.
Uopće nije promijenilo se kad si iskopiš.
Dobro da smo testirali.
E?
Dobro da smo testirali.
Danas sam rekao da bolje ne isključavati ništa. A probaj sad.
1, 2, testiramo stream, da li se ja čujem. Therapy, fresh, crisp, zmajska pivovara. Može neko doći vamo? Znam da ima neko.
Gospodo, please, neko dolazi ovam.
Aha, ovo ne ide dalje od ovog, jel?
Pa ide, vuci. Neko dolazi ovam. A uzmi ovo, stavi si na vratnik i nađite si neku fabulu koja ima dva lika. Stavi, zakači si ovo za ovo.
Aha, testirat se zvuk, jel?
Tu je ovdje dole pod stolom, ima ga 500 metara. Sam se ga zgubno.
Ma nije.
Ma joj, imaš tog kabla 10 metara.
Uvijek da to naći. Ali pa šta ti? Ja ovom kao. Aha. Okej. To je već dosta. Samo da on može tu ugodno da...
Šta testiramo zvuk, jel?
Da. Moramo imati neki dijalog za crvenkapice.
Može.
Reci Matija kad spreman.
Evo, ovo baš, to će biti ugašeno, dok će tu biti, ili? Ovo je.
Pići i po očima, ugasit ćemo.
Jer ovako neće biti zgodno. Momcima. A ono, test 1, 2, on kaže...
Ma improvizirat ćemo, nije problem.
Ajde.
Jel možemo mi krenuti?
O košarci.
To je dobro pitanje. To je onda još bolje pitanje. Šta si? Ok, jel možemo sad?
Jel se čujemo?
Dobar dan, dobro došli. Danas ćemo da radimo intervju sa Tihomirom.
Opa.
Tihomire, prvo nam se predstavi, reci odakle dolaziš, koliko imaš godina i sve što ide s tim.
Joj, ovo je baš nezgodno. Zovem sam Tihomir, dolazim iz Bistre, okolice Zagreba, jel? I tako, bavim se svime i svačim.
Pa šta bi rekao da ti je ono, hobi, stvar na koju najviše trošiš vremena, može biti aktivno šta god.
A da, vjerojatno ti je to treniranje, fitness, malo teretana, trčanje i tako, gubljenje vremena na tjelovježbu.
To je daleko od gubljenja vremena, ali da, okej. Mi smo čuli da voziš nekakav motor, pa nas sad zanima.
Dobro, da je to. Sad ti to.
Kakav motor voziš?
Vozim Kawasaki Z900.
Ni manje ni više.
Ni manje ni više, da.
Tehnička proba je još u... Aha, mi nastavljamo sa ovim intervjuom. Pa evo, Tihomir će sada nastaviti.
Hoćemo sad okrenuti malo, da ja te...
Hajde, može.
Evo može, ja. Hajde onda, predstavi se ti. Kako se gospodine vi zovete?
Zovem se Mak, prezivam Muftić. Šta ja znam?
A imate i vi neke hobije, gospodine?
Pa, hajmo reći. Pa isto tako bacam previše vremena na gluposti, od praćenja košarke do...
Kladionice i tako to, jel?
Ne toliko kladionice, ali nedavno sam upao u nekakvu fantasy ligu koja definitivno mi već sad oduzima previše vremena. Ali da, osim toga, a šta ja znam, igram hrpu nekakvih gluposti, na mobitelima, na laptopima, još gorije, da.
Treba neka fizička aktivnost.
Pa to ubrzo ćemo krenuti s penjanjem, ja se nadam. Na to sve polažem svoje karte u fizičkoj spremi. Jesmo li sa zvukom zadovoljni?
Pa, okej. A on mislim to sam koji će biti desno, ne smije biti kontinuirano.
Šta, ne smije biti?
A ja sam mrzim kad neko ovako priča.
Aha, što ja mašim, dobro sad ja to...
dobro.
Rećemo Pitonu da se fokusira.
Možda je stručniji taj.
Dobro, jel možemo zaustaviti sad? Ali Matija? Upitnik. S kojeg laptopa ćeš prezentacije odraditi? Pa hoće li tvoj ostati tu?
Pa neće.
Onda je pitanje sa kojeg?
Ko ima prezentaciju?
Šta?
Ko ima prezentaciju?
Lagano je posla prezentacija, ne neki laptop. Pitanje je samo s kojeg laptopa.
Ne, pa uopće ne ko ima prezentaciju dole s laptopom.
Pa nisam siguran.
Pa
zato
hajde.
što sam ja dobio neke prezentacije.
Ti dobio neke prezentacije. Pa mislim, u najgorem slučaju mogu smo upravo. Ja bi jako preferirao da ne mogu.
Šta?
Mislim, mogu ja sam ovdje donirati, ali znači ne.
A mislim, samo jedna prezentacija na kao.
Mislim.
Da, hoć može samo zato. I onda ga